There we go. Y'all heard that. I don't know if y'all heard it. All right. So welcome, Brother Eddie and Sister Brandy, to G.O.C.C. Media, okay, our Tuesday night show. So today we're going to be talking about your fitness journey, your health journey, and a little bit about your spiritual journey as well, because it's all inclusive together. Okay, and the great thing about this is the show is titled Two is Better Than One. So, you know, when two people come together, they can help each other if one falls, they can keep each other warm. Listen, and we know that Christ said, when two are gathered together in my name, I am in the midst, right? So when two agree, it makes the enemy mad. So I said all that to say, what you guys are doing together as a couple is very powerful in our community and in our growing nation, soon to be the nation of Israel, you know, for sure, because we're transitioning out of the curses into that. We're not that yet, we're getting there, but we got a lot of work to do. And that's what you guys are doing. So I'm going to go to my first question, right? And once again, you guys can go ahead and introduce yourself first. And then my sister, you can introduce yourself before we start.
Okay, my name is that's bad, folks.
It's okay.
My name is Rawchaa. I've been with the body for about 5 years, and
I'm Sister Brandy Napash, and I've been with the church for 5 years, also G.O.C.C. Houston.
Okay, great. So they've been with the church for a while, and you know, I personally wanted to bring them on here because I saw great works in them. I saw, you know, not only the faith part of the talking and the belief, but I saw that, you know, they had some actual work, some actual actions to a certain goal that they're trying to complete, right? And I feel like this is very good for our people to show that regardless if it's one person or two people, you know, that we got to put in the work to see results. The Most High is waiting on us, but we have to meet him halfway, right? He's just waiting on us, right? So we are called by the Most High and we are chosen by the Most High, but we have to show him that we actually want to be, you know, taking part in his work. So the first question I'm going to ask, what made you decide to go on the phenomenal weight loss journey? And first, we're going to start with Brother Rawchaa, which is Samson in English for any Christian people or anybody out there who may not understand what the ancient Hebrew tongue is.
all right. The reason I got started was with my weight loss. I wound up being diagnosed with diabetes. And crazy enough, I was like 467 pounds, and it was just time to start addressing the situation, like dealing with the spirit of gluttony. I had to overcome that. Still have to overcome that.
Yeah, so it's a constant fight and a constant battle. So how many pounds have you lost so far?
Like I said,
you just said what was your weight? Your first weight?
467 pounds.
Okay. So where are you at now?
Now I'm 348 pounds.
Great. So listen, that right there takes a lot of work because, you know, it is very hard to lose, once again, 5 to 10 pounds. That right there, a lot of people will start and they get in their first week, I lost this, but then they don't understand that, listen, sometimes, you know, the fat to muscle ratio would differentiate sometimes, because sometimes that fat is turning into muscle and they're like, wow, I weigh the same. And it starts to confuse people. Sometimes it makes people want to give up. So that right there in itself shows a lot of consistency and work. Sister Brandy, what about yourself?
I started my weight loss journey with him when he was diagnosed with diabetes. Actually, I didn't know I was going on a weight loss journey. I just started to change things around in the household as far as his eating and everything. And then once we noticed that, you know, that it was helping us and start to lose weight, then that's when we was like, oh, okay, I think we like this. So we pushed forward for the weight loss.
All praises. So you guys understand, because you're in the truth, that you know, gluttony is a spirit, and that the giants themselves, right, they were walking the earth doing all types of evil and destruction. And when they passed away, there was no place made for them. Okay, so they had to haunt the earth, right? And so they're looking for bodies and vessels to come inside to continue the same destruction that they were committing on the earth itself. And if we allow them to do such a thing, as we know from the curses a lot of us have, then we too will self-destruct and not be able to have the Holy Spirit, right? The angel of the presence, right? To be able to operate in our temples. So what you guys are doing is very amazing. And I will say this, what has been your motivation, Samson, to continue, to keep going?
The motivation for me, pretty much the results I received while exercising. The weight loss, I like the way my clothes fit, also the energy and strength that I have now since I've been exercising. That's the motivation alone.
Okay. All right, Sister Brandy.
My motivation has been to see him get healthy, because like he was almost in a diabetic coma. So to see him get healthy and lose his weight, that was the motivation for me. So I kind of go more hard and more stronger for him so he can see me, and then, you know, we kind of competitive in this thing.
Right. And guess what? It's a great thing to have fun competition, because you have some couples who's jealous of one another. It's like, it's just the most weirdest thing. For instance, and we're all grown-ups here. Sometimes you will see somebody looking at your husband or your wife, as long as they ain't looking too bad, too disrespectful. But if someone wants them, that means you're doing something right. So you can't be too jealous, you know, and you guys are complimenting one another, working hard with one another. This is what it's all about, being a helpmeet and being a husband, loving your wife as Christ loved the church, right? This is very important, guys. So I want you guys to keep this up. And just tell me this next question. How has this, since you've been doing it, I think you guys told me you've been doing it for probably about a year or more?
Year and a half.
Year and a half. Great. And so a lot of people will give up within weeks. Now, for some reasons, because trainers will just, for money, they try to take money. They will try to push them so hard, and it's not realistic. So transition and making it a realistic lifestyle is more realistic for a person to start a journey than you just, because I was working for an actual fitness company when I came back, LA Fitness, and I quit in 4 days because I just needed some work or whatever the case may be. But man, they were trying to kill people up in there. They literally taught us for marketing purposes to get sales, just go hard on them the first day, knowing these people can barely breathe already. Some people are old. This will put the icing on the cake. First of all, it would put me through too much work to try to get some type of sales. I was already a personal trainer on the side for years, but I walked in there and they told me somebody had fainted. Asian lady had fainted. And I was like, well, what happened? And they was like, well, I just did what they told me to do, whatever. And this lady had fainted in there. Now, what we looking at now? A total lawsuit possibly, right? Because they put us through the workout, and we work out every day. But even we were like huffing and puffing through where they would put people that's already in shape for. They want us to use this same technique with new customers who haven't worked out in years or probably never worked out at all. So I quit that job because I realized, I said, no, you don't want to try to, put people, in the gym and then they quit. The whole purpose is for them to continue. So even with the truth, it talks about what? Milk, then meat. Waiting on your ministry. And we can take these same principles with exercise. Crawl before you walk, slowly but surely, right? So how has this Sister Brandy affected your everyday life? Have you, do you feel more confident? Do you feel more disciplined? Has this added anything to other things you do?
Well, I feel more confident. When I went back and looked at pictures, it was like, wow, sometimes when you have that much weight on you, you really don't even notice that you have that much weight on you. So I feel more confident within myself. I have more discipline now, and I'm able to, I have more structure now. So I'm able to know like some things not to eat and what to eat. And I do more research on what I eat now, as far as just putting anything in my body.
That's great, because we're going to go into a few segments about things like, I'm just going to be coming on here talking about things like, and I'm going to go into all of the defects and the do's and the don'ts when it comes to certain things like salt, healthy fats, you understand all of these over processed foods, right? So yeah. So let me ask you a great question, Samson. How has this affected your marriage? Would you say that this have had a positive effect on your marriage?
It does. It basically brought us closer together. Pretty much when I get weak, hey Eddie, come on, keep it going, keep going, and vice versa. And it's pretty much you got a cheerleader in your corner, and it's just like you can do it, and for sure you're gonna
Right.
I can do it.
Right. Okay. What about you, Sister Brandy? Do you feel like this have, changed your marriage any? Do you guys feel more closer, or do you feel like just more encouraged, whatever the case may be?
Yeah, I feel like it brought us a bond. It brought us a little more closer together. Actually, it kind of worked on our communication skills because by us being kind of newly, wed or whatever, it was hard for us to communicate. But this kind of built a more of a friendship level and helped us communicate a little bit different.
You know what I see? I see like we all have our battles, and this is a war. It may seem like just fitness, but believe it or not, for a person who probably never really worked out, or maybe used to work out and it's not, you haven't done it in a long time, it's a war to get back up and fight to keep going. So it's a battle. Like when a person is in a battle and your life is on the line, you realize everything else doesn't matter. Like this person is sitting here with me, going to war with me, and we need each other for preservation. So I don't know if a lot of people think about that, think about it in that way. That's why I was saying it like that. So has this affected your walk in the truth in any way? Yeah, we talked about your marriage. Yeah, we talked about your regular life. Has this, because in this walk, it takes a lot to continue. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot to continue in this walk, as we know, because we're already dealing with trying to get out of the curses. Some of us had PTSD from how we grew up in the neighborhoods or with certain parents, whatever the case may be, or children in school, bad influences. Has this positive health journey affected your lifestyle in the truth?
Pretty much this whole walk, because exercising, getting on a weight loss program is pretty much, it's not going to happen overnight. So pretty much you got to take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and just like Soldiers of Christ say, endurance. You got to endure. You have to.
Yeah. Shout out to Soldiers for Christ. That's some great music in the Houston G.O.C.C body. And shout out to all the brothers and sisters who went out there to California for, I think, the sister Bayan who passed. I heard they had some great performances. I wasn't able really to see them and log on because I was working. I was actually on the roof yesterday trying to make my internet better with my satellite. So that's still in the process and in the works, and we're going to get that handled. But how has this affected your walk in the truth, Sister Brandy?
Just by being enduring, learning to endure and knowing that the Most High have us no matter what, because also by us being faithful and enduring and doing, the things that we're supposed to do, his tests end up coming back being negative. So he no longer has diabetes that's showing up. So it kind of gave us an extra faith,
yeah,
we can do this as long as we just hang on and, do what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, I can see people in the chat right now, probably praising the Most High for such a thing, because a lot of people who come to my site maybe be dealing with, blood sugar problems, maybe dealing with diabetes, all sorts of things. And of course, we cannot give out health advice as key supplements, but, we do the best we can. We're staying in the safe zone. And, we've been helping a lot of people and on top of that, what you guys are doing, you're helping yourself. You're doing your research. You're doing all the things that it takes to actually be able to see results. And the great thing about it, let me ask you a question. Did he have to take any type of medicines, pharmacy medicines from the doctor or anything like that?
No, not at all. No insulin, no nothing.
Okay.
My approach was pretty much the natural way of doing things, like getting pills from key supplements. Also, I started off with Truman Burke's daughter, and Brittany, she definitely looked out for me.
Okay.
And Angel too, Micah Allah's wife.
Yeah. She gave me a workout regimen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, praise the Most High for that. So that shows a lot, because it shows once again that the herbs that the Most High put here for meat actually do work if you are consistent with them. Because sometimes for Black people, this is what we'll do. You know how we go to the doctor. The doctor say, "I'm gonna need you to take this 3 times a day, 8 times, whatever the case may be." Not 8 times a day, but y'all know, we would take the herbs and that didn't work, and then you throw it in the trash. Before you know it, you're still in that same stagnant position. So we have to give that same fate towards the Most High's herbs, or what you want to call it, medicine, or bombs, whatever you want to call them. We have to give that same energy towards that, because that shows we have more faith in the doctors if we just constantly taking their stuff. And when we take their stuff, we know what happens, right? It's almost like we just get worse sometimes.
Mhm.
Now, they have some things that work. Very seldomly or very rare do you see a medicine that works, because we'll go to the doctor and they say, try this out, try that out. And throughout life, with me or my children or my friends and family going to the doctor, a lot of times you have to go back and say, this prescription didn't work, or try this one. It's like, what's going on here? I thought you guys went to school to understand for medicine. So these days, we rather trust, like what you guys said, the herbs. And that's just amazing. We're not telling anybody to not, go to the doctor and take what what they're giving you, if your situation is such. Because some people may be in a worse situation where they may have to take some of the doctor's medicines. That's why they're doctors. We do understand the purpose of doctors, but we should always try to, if we can, seek out a natural way. For example, someone I knew had gallstones very close to me at the time. And, it came from eating bad oils. Like, just to put it out there, bad oils, trying to save money because I didn't understand how to shop. I'm just like, oh, that oil is the cheapest. Let me get that, just trying to save money. Before you know it, cholesterol went up, right? And your body can automatically produce cholesterol, right? And so that's why when you shop for oils that say no, 0 cholesterol, you got to question that, because it's like, anyone who understands the body actually produces cholesterol, but you have to give it healthy fats, not margarine, not hydrogenated oils. We need to be eating non-hydrogenated oils. We need to be eating 100% fats, because eating healthy fats is going to actually give you energy, right, to burn before burning the carbohydrates. And guess what? It actually going to help you to produce a natural cholesterol. So this is what the doctors are not telling us. Oh, use this iodine salt and all that. When guess what? Salt is for free already in the sea. All you got to do is boil it and you got some salt, or get it out the cave, instead of taking it to the factory, making it and putting fake iodine in there that's poisoning our people and causing high level chronic inflammation. So I just thought I'd put that out there, because what you guys are saying, that this brother actually took the natural way. Because some people will say, oh, I don't take supplements. Well, I do, because an apple today will probably take 14 apples to actually equal to the nutrition of that one apple, if you're not getting organic apples. And even if I'm getting organic apples, listen, this world is so messed up, guys. We got to worry about the air. We got to worry about the technology we have to use to get by. We have to worry about all of these stress levels to try to survive. So our diet is like our rest right now. Our exercise keeps blood flow going. Anywhere a person puts blood flow, it's going to go to that area to heal, whether it's massaging, whether it's exercising. Notice how someone says you need to grow your hair back. What do? They put blood there by massaging it. And that's what exercise does. It's giving the whole body blood flow. So as you eat your diet, you continue to be healed. So what you guys are doing is not in vain. But we're going to go to the next question. Do you have any tips for the people, something that help you push through your goals?
Well, pretty much the biggest thing, like you say all the time, like focus more on action. That's the first thing. So basically, when you're ready to go ahead and start it, keep going. Don't stop. Yeah, I know it'll be slow sometimes. Sometimes the weight loss comes slow, inch by inch, but as long as you keep on enduring and keep focusing on the goal, you will reach it. As long as you don't give up, you're gonna reach it.
Yeah, I can agree. Like, it's a lot of times that I didn't feel like working out or want to go. Even in my state that y'all see, I'm like, man. But once I made it a lifestyle, it's kind of like waking up to where you got to drink some water or pray or something. It just became like something like brushing your teeth. it's like you start to gain a love for it because you know that how much it's helping you in your life and others around you. And what you guys are doing, you're being a light to people by doing this. And like I said, I just make little rules in my mind. I make things that will prick me, my own self. I would say, if I stop, everybody's going to stop. It's not necessarily true because no one knows me like that, in this earth, but that's just a mindset I put on myself to keep going. And believe it or not, it's true. People will ask me, you still working out? Elder Rawchaa asked me, you still working out? This brother or sister asked me, you still working out? And I was like, what if I'd have said no? They would have probably been like, oh, he, whatever, he's just a normal. So I realized it's not just about even a body, it's about a mindset. It's like, who can finally, with our people, be consistent at something, even if it's something small, you still doing it. And that's why the scriptures tell us some of the greatest crowns that's going to be given out is for those who keep the basics, but they do it diligent. They're not trying to know all the scriptures and be the, flashiest with the precepts, but they're keeping the commandments. They're being kind to their neighbors. They're focusing on the basics with diligence. So what about you, Sister Brandy? Do you have any tips that help you push through to meet your goals?
My tip was to kind of stay focused and not move too fast. Cause I know when I was just trying to I want to lose this many pounds in 1 week, then it was kind of harder for me. So just to stay focused and to stay consistent. So I had to work on my consistency because I wasn't too consistent. So just to stay consistent and, just don't move too fast. Just, go at your pace.
Okay. So, all right, that's good. Do you have any advice for couples who want to do it together? Because sometimes I notice that you'll see the brother over here working out with the homies or the friends, and then the wife, sometimes she wants to do it, but he's not paying attention to her to want to actually help her. Then I've seen where you understand he tries to help her, then she's like, oh, I got it, I can do it myself, let me do it. So I don't know if y'all went through that part, but I'm just saying, everybody got their different things that they go through. And what would be through your experience? Because you guys say you're a young married couple. And how long you guys been married again?
3 years.
Yeah.
3 years. Okay, 3 years. So yeah, you still fresh, right? So you still learn a lot about one another. Right. After that 5 years, and then after that 10 years, you got another hump. So you learn and you like, what's going on with such? Oh, it's just Wednesday. That's just how that. He's not a morning person or this or that, whatever the case is. So do you have any tips for married couples or whatever?
They want to work out.
They want to work out and do fitness.
Just continue to provoke each other to good works, because I know some days he don't want to do it and I'm like, come on, come on. So I'll just get dressed and I'll leave him, then I see him at the gym, so just provoke each other to good works, be motivation and be encouraging to one another, and
okay. So give motivation to one another. So that's good. What about you, Eddie? What would you say as a man?
Pretty much as the man, everything she said, because if I don't go, I'm gonna hear her complain. You ain't doing this, you're not doing that. So pretty much, I'm gonna just go ahead for peace. I'm trying to just have peace.
I know. So it's funny. I know. Sometime in the gym, I be telling my wife, "Come on, let's do this. Ain't no time to be weak. Come on." And she be later on. She be cracking up. Sometimes she look at me like. So sometimes we got to push each other and pull each other, and sometimes I will be either having a tired day or probably don't even want to be there, knowing I got to do this. So sometimes I need that pre-workout for that purpose, because I'm like, man, I'm tired. I don't feel like being here today. Sometimes she will put her hand on my shoulders in the gym. People looking in the gym like they are so in tune with one another. She be rubbing me. One time, some people, not in a disrespectful manner in front of people, but she's just trying to encourage me. I seen one girl look over there like, because we so in tune with one another in the gym. We're not really worrying about what people doing in there and all of that. We kind of just stay focused on ourselves. And I noticed that so many other people, when they go to the gym, it's kind of like a club now.
Right.
People dress in a certain way to really go find fornication partners. So, you know, we kind of block the world out and really focus on each other like you guys are. So let me ask you a question. What has been one of the biggest challenges since you started this year, since you started this fitness journey or this health journey?
Pretty much the biggest challenge is to not give up. Like you said,
Mm.
be days you don't want to go out and work, but you got to push. You got to tell yourself, nah, I can't listen to that spirit, because you know it's spirits. Anything that try to talk against you, doing something that'll progress you in this work, in this walk, is a spirit that's trying to hinder you. So pretty much you just got to tune it out like, nah, I have to do this. I have to keep going. I can't give
Mm.
up. That,
Mm.
even for us, the food part of it, I can't eat that. Nah, you know you want to. Nah, I can't eat it. I can't do it. Got to shut it down.
Right. Right. And the good thing about this, Shamash one, is that, like I said, you know, I mentioned to a lot of people, once you get to the advanced part of working out, right? Once you pass intermediate stage, right, you will actually be able to eat those same foods. It's so weird how this works out. It's kind of like going to college. They'll tell you, you know, you have to follow this structure of writing, you know, this way. And then when you're done, they say you don't have to use that no more. I was like, what? You mean to tell me I went through all of this stress of studying this and that, and now I can break the rules? And so a lot of times, it's kind of like with the gospel. You have to learn the schoolmaster. And then we trying to follow everything in line, even going around judging people. You shouldn't be eating this, doing that. But then when you realize it, this walk is not about focusing on the laws anymore. It's about, yes, we got to follow them. That's not like, but it should be like walking on water. Like it should be just a smooth sailing thing. It's more now about gaining people. Yeah, we know we got to follow the laws, but it's kind of like if your mind is just only focused on that, you really won't gain a lot of people. You run more people off. So even with this fitness journey, right? Check it out. You, like I said, if you do high impact training like sprinting, crazy jumping jacks, mountain climbers, whatever the case may be, running upstairs, your body's going to be asking for those things you like to eat. But because you're lifting weights and you're building muscle, it goes on to the muscle. Now, I'm not telling a person to go to McDonald's every day, because there's a brother who I love named C.T. Fletcher. He ate McDonald's every day. Caused his heart to fail, though, because of all of the bad oils. And we know McDonald's fries, you can leave that thing on the bed. They done did the experiment for a whole year and it's still there fresh. No mold. So back in the days, I remember some proper burgers at McDonald's until the soybean era came in, right? When we were young, I was a little young kid in Louisiana. I used to go to McDonald's. At least I thought it was a real burger. I thought it was real beef back then. But yeah, so you can actually still go choose healthy pizza, kind of like they make it at the Mediterranean Sea. I go to pizza parlors now instead of just going to always Pizza Hut or Papa John's. Do I still eat that stuff? Of course, every blue moon, but I actually go to nice pizza places. I try to get some ice cream I get here at HEB, but they really don't have no high fructose corn syrup. I'm gonna have to put the name out of there. And I add my own little stuff to it if I want that, because that stuff will have you wheezing on the bed if you get the one with the high fructose corn syrup. So yeah, man, I just said that to say how much benefits it is to being healthy. Like, how can this brother eat all of this stuff and he stay in shape, but then I'm eating it, but I'm gaining weight? Because we got to learn the difference about burning calories and burning fat. And I'm putting this out there for the people because many don't know. We go walking and we burn what? Anything you do, you're gonna burn calories. If you drink cold water in the summertime, your body actually warms itself up to heat that water up, because your body actually likes room temperature water. So it will burn calories from doing that, right? So burning fat is different than burning calories. If you go to build muscle, you burn calories in your sleep. So I just want to put that out there for the people, the difference of just, it's nothing wrong with walking and getting cardio, but cardiovascular training is different than building muscle. So people who want to start after they lose their weight to see more results, pick up a weight. It will not make a woman bulky. It will make a woman beautiful. It will make a woman look like the black man where he said, I like a stallion. You know, we ain't talking about Megan Thee Stallion because she's crazy, but it's going to make people be sculpted, which is nothing wrong, because we are beautiful people. None of us want to walk around like Jello sloppy. So we got to work to get to that area. No matter what level we are at, it's not too late. Okay, because there's people working out with one leg in a wheelchair. I mean, when I was on crutches, I asked my wife, we were living in the other house. I came down the stairs on crutches. I was working when I messed my Achilles up, and I worked out the whole time. Nothing stopped me. Did I have to drop a little weight? Of course, I had to drop a little weight. But I said, I'm not going to stop, because I see people who maybe don't have legs or arms or whatever, and they finding a way to do all types of things, right? So what has been the biggest challenge for you, my sister? I know we went on, but we got to put some things out there for the people. What has been your biggest challenge to stay in this?
To stay into it is to make sure that he stay healthy and don't get diabetes again. So just making sure that I'm more knowledgeable about what we eating, looking into different stuff. And another challenge is just getting him to eat the vegetables and stuff like that. So I have to learn new ways to cook stuff so that he'll eat it and that he'll like it. So
I love that, because guess what? I started to make this fun. Before the truth, I grew up a certain way, eating, like I said, these all this stuff with the MSG, this and that, right? And I started to make the food colorful. I said, this makes me want to cook more. Let me find this to put in there, that to put in there. I don't care if they say got garlic on, I'm gonna add some more garlic powder. That's just, I don't know if that's being from the South, because some people just put salt and black pepper. That ain't enough for me. I'm from Louisiana. Right. I'm like Brother Mayaka Ali. Mayaka Ali was in Egypt. He used to bring hot sauce everywhere. I'm like, how did this bring hot sauce? He was getting hot sauce mailed to Egypt. Even though people cook good, I would say, man, this is so good, but can you make it just a little bit more spicy for me? I've been eating just like that since a kid, right? But in every weekend they would have crawfish boils and stuff, even though we know that stuff is unlawful now, but it was still the seasoning of the corn and the sausage that never left me. I'm like, I gotta still have that on there. Right? So yeah, this is good, man. Okay. So what are your goals? First, let's say there's 2 goals. What are your goals, Shamasha, one starting with you, for the truth? And what are your goals for where you see yourself, in the health? Because we know that Christ said he would go around healing people, but he said it's going to be to you as your faith is, meaning as your work ethic is. Because imagine the Most High gave us, and we actually have the power now, but imagine he gave us the power to just go around healing a blind by touching them and all that. Not saying we can't pray over them and do that, but I notice with our people that we've been trained and spoiled to where everything is ready for us, and we don't really have any belief or faith towards a lot of things. So if Christ would walk around to a person and heal them, but then they go back sinning the next day, you got to think, what was the point of the Most High giving a person that power to do that? Right? So that's why I can understand that we're in times and situations right now where some situations do need to be prayed over, and some people do get healed. But on mass level, it's a lot of, let's be honest, is it not a lot of things that we can do ourselves? Like what you guys are doing. It's a lot of things that we could just pick up the plow and go and work out or work in the garden, whatever it takes to lose a little weight. Can we not change our diets by ourselves? Why do we need Christ to come over here and say, let me pray over you and, let me put these powers on you. Let me put these powers on you so you could lose a little weight, when we have people who don't even have all their limbs and things like that, and they're doing their best to stay in shape. So it's a lot of things we can do with our own faith. So the Most High has already given us the power, guys. And you guys are actually using it with your actions, right? So where do you see yourself in this truth in the future? And we know, elders always talking about, I'm not talking about, I'm not going to tell you what you shouldn't want to do in the truth, or what do you think you can bring forth from what the Most High has blessed you now? Because we know a lot of brothers like that. I think I should be an elder in 6 months. This is not what we're talking about, because that a leader, it starts in your household. It starts with leadership with yourself, right? So that's a practice first of getting that office first. That's a ministry in itself in a person's house, right? Then once you get that in order, you got other talents that the Most High has already blessed you to do. Right. So realistically, where does a man like yourself, you know, you and your beautiful wife and your children see yourself in this truth and in your weight loss or fitness or health journey?
Pretty much like with this walk, first thing, you first get it, you first love, you're excited. You get real excited, then you feel, obligated. Well, I went through Deuteronomy 28, I went through this, I went through that. But then over time, you can start to be like, hold on, everything I could think of, like, I'm not worthy of this truth. So now for me, just period, I gotta focus more on showing the Most High love. Not the love with the words, I'm talking about love with the actions. Whatever way he want to receive and accept love, I'm trying to express it to him the best way possible. That's my goal now, not just being a hearer, but a doer also. But, as far as for the physical aspect, Most High blessed me with the ministry of doing security. So pretty much I can't be out of shape in security. Something happened to one of the Most High sheep and I'm out of shape. I can't run. I can't protect them. I'm not strong enough to do anything. Then that's a shame on me because he blessed me with this.
Okay. That I love the fact that that's, you see, when a man or woman knows what they have to do and they're trying their best to do it, you see, that's why the Most High calls us perfect, because we stand in the fight and we're working. We may not think we're perfect, and I don't think we should think that, but the Most High, when he sees us working, you see, the nations will look down on us and all of our downfalls and the things that we may have been through, not knowing why we was in certain positions or certain character in the first place as a nation. But the Most High sees the potential in us, and everything you're saying is what he sees. He sees what you're going to be. But the thing is, do you have the faith to become that? And what you're saying and what you're doing is why you're on this show, and it's showing that you guys have some type of faith to become what you're becoming. We're not going to let our lights no longer shine under the bed, because no one's under the bed that needs to see anything. Right? So we need the light in the room to be able to see what we're doing. We need the light in this world because this world is full of darkness. Right? We know that the Most High sees, right, all of us who are putting forth righteous acts. He sees our light shining in the kingdom of heaven right now. Right? He sees our light shining up there, because we need lights in this darkness. Okay? Because I think I told you guys, there was a Hispanic man that I met. He came on my land and he delivers dirt and does things like that. And he was saying how when he, got in a car accident, whatever the case may be, and he had messed up his body so bad, and how he had to go to Mexico and get healed. And the herbal doctor who was telling him, hey, you're gonna come back. She had to wrap him up like a mummy, put all type of herbs on him, but you're gonna have to get it right, with the Most High God or whatever. Because the doctors had told him, you ain't gonna walk again, you ain't gonna do none of that. But he got healed when he went to Mexico by this person, the old school doctors. I don't remember the names of them, but he ended up coming back walking and doing all of that. And he said when he got in the car accident that, he didn't remember anything down here. He didn't care about it because it was so beautiful up there. But he said, I guess he wasn't done with life. So he said when he came back, he had to go through, he said, something so black, so dark. He thought he was going to hell, but he was coming back to earth. So he said that's how dark earth is. So we have to be what Christ said, lights unto this world. Man, it's raining. It's crazy. It's still raining out here. But anyway, so no, it's okay. Sister Brandy, what are your future goals that you would want to see yourself in this truth, or what you want to get better at, and also in this health journey that you guys are on?
My future goals as far as this truth is to be a better wife and a mother. So it's I'm learning, learning a lot. As what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Can we do this?
Take your time.
I'm sorry, Elder.
It's okay. Take your time. Yeah, just where do you see yourself, in the near future, in your spiritual walk and in your fitness journey? Where do you want to see yourself?
Okay. Where I want to see myself is being a better wife and being a better mother. I try to self-reflect daily. I've been in the truth, like I said, for 5 years, and I feel like I should be a little bit up, but I'm just working on being consistent and being diligent. And as far as my physical walk, I just, I don't know.
Trying to tone up. That's pretty much what we're trying to do. Basically,
Lord.
trying to tone
Elder,
up.
I'm sorry, do it one more time.
No, that's good. No, that's real. Like, it's okay. We're gonna keep this. This is real. Like, so, trying to tone up, like the brother said. And like I said, the best way to do that is, making sure you're eating a proper diet, high protein, low carb. And then as you get more advanced, if you're gonna actually need more carbs after that, believe it or not, because your body will need that energy. If you choose to continue to gain more muscle, you'll need more carbs, you'll need more protein and things like that. So trying to be a better wife, that is good, because we need more examples. And I know it's a fight, so I know that this fitness journey is helping you guys with this. We know the scripture says bodily exercise profited little, but we should exercise godliness more, because a lot of people on Instagram and social media, they got everything they need, but guess what? You guys are in better position than them, because they're only working on the outside. So yes, we do need to work on the outside, because we have to keep our temples up, but the most important thing is balance, working on the inside and the outside together, right? They don't go without each other. So let me ask another question. What is your favorite supplement go-to on this journey, Samson?
On the testosterone, the ultra testosterone, that's my favorite one. I'm trying to get 3 more bottles right now, truth be told.
So why is that your favorite supplement?
Like I work outside on the daily from like 6 in the morning to 6 at night. So pretty much I'm outside all day and I need the energy. When I take testosterone, I'm powered up. I got all the energy in the world. But the moment when I run out, it's like a car running on fumes, actually. Like,
Gotcha.
I'm out.
And that's amazing that you say that, because I didn't used to take it before, but when I started to study how low of testosterone our men were, not just only Black men, but just in America in general, from the chemtrails in the air, from the food, the soy products, the genetically modified corn and wheat. I mean, man, the alcoholism, overweight, obesity, our testosterone actually goes down when we do, when we either don't eat a correct diet, or we drink too much, whatever the case may be. We're not exercising. As you know, when a man gains, too much fat, it turns into more estrogen, right? And so even women need testosterone to try to burn the stubborn belly fat after a pregnancy, because sometimes they will go into postpartum depression, not knowing, their hormones are all over the place and they got to get back in line. But that's why we sell that female enhancement, to make sure that they're getting their balanced testosterone as well, not just too much estrogen. So great point when it comes to testosterone. Men, get your testosterone, because we are not at the same strength of our forefathers, because their diet was different. They were eating grass-fed beef. They were eating all that, right? Sister Brandy, what's your favorite go-to supplement?
Well, I take the Multi Women Complete vitamins, and then my favorite one, I guess, would be the Greatness, the pre-workout in the mornings. I take it, so it gives me a little energy and helps me work out better in the gym. Okay.
And so, so I just want the people to know out there that I wasn't trying to favor them to pick my supplements. You don't have to only take my supplements, but they're real people. And these are the things that they're taking. I love my Greatness, man. I love my Greatness pre-workout, especially when I need it. And check it out. I love that organic superfood watermelon, boy. I make me a little juice, and I put that watermelon thing in there. Yeah, I might have real watermelon in there too, but I'm just saying, it just is a lot of grains in there. Right, but it just makes it taste a lot better and give you a lot of energy. So for those of you who out there who don't eat a lot of vegetables, our superfood will get you a jump start if you start taking it twice a day. Because some Black people ain't eating no vegetables. I'm like, man, you're gonna die. You go in the Black household, they got carbs, meat, and 6 other carbs. I'm like, man, where's the vegetables on this thing?
And dessert.
Right? With a bunch of bad oils and MSG. It'd be good, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, man, we got to do better. You can eat the same, but like I tell my family, it ain't nothing wrong with eating fried chicken, but what did the Bible say? What type of oil we use? Olive oil, coconut oil, something healthy. If we using too much of these other non-hydrogenated oils, guess what? We're going to have some problems if we overeat that way, right? A lot of us invented something they used to call Timmy Chan's and all these chicken spots and Popeyes. We know what we're talking about here. So what, do you have a favorite exercise, Shamasha One?
For me, if it's not the treadmill, pretty much I love doing the push-ups.
Okay.
That alone will get you right. That alone, without any weights or anything, doing like being able to lift up your own body weight, that goes a long way. Especially
Okay.
with a bigger person.
Right. So yeah, because you already got that intensity coming off of that weight from your body, right? You already got that. So matter of fact, I did some push-up this morning. You know, that's my go-to. I get up in the morning, that's that discipline. And believe it or not, it keeps you strong, it keeps your endurance going, it keeps, you know, all of that. So I got up in the morning, hit my 50 push-ups, 50 squats, holding on that bed with my 50 squats because my knees ain't that good no more. I can still do my squats, but I'm trying to last. So, you know, everyone has to know their own body and what they can do for their own body. We all don't have to be bodybuilders. We all don't have to do the same thing. But if one wants to, we should study to show ourselves approved in this area or ask questions. Sister Brandy, what's your favorite go-to exercise?
Now it would be the hardest one that was for me, which was the stairs. Yeah, so now I like to walk up the stairs to try to, because at first I was barely making like 2 minutes. So now when I can get to 8 minutes or 10 minutes, I feel good.
So you think that's the one that helped you the best?
I think it helps me better with endurance, the stairs, but I really don't like them, but I like it.
Okay. Which exercise you think for you? You said push-ups help you the best, huh, Eddie?
Kind.
Okay. So has this influenced anyone in your family to try to do better, or have they been talking about you losing weight or doing anything like that? Anybody in the church?
Pretty much people at the church, they ask questions all the time, like, what are you doing? What are you taking? I'll let them know, but the only thing I can tell them, you just gotta be consistent. Like, don't give up. Like, even if it take you 5 minutes to just do a few, whatever, just do something. Don't just sit there stagnant doing nothing. That's the biggest thing I can tell them.
What about you, Sister Brandy? Anybody giving you some compliments or something like that in the family? Yeah. Auntie, your brother, your daughter, anybody?
Yes, and from the church, a lot of sisters, they keep telling me, you're doing good, to the point where it's like, I want to stop now. I just want to work on toning. I don't want to lose no more. I just want to tone up, Yeah,
so, I got you.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much done with losing right now. I just want to tone up. But yeah, a lot of sisters give me compliments and encourage me to keep going or whatever. And also my mother too, because she was diagnosed with diabetes too, and her test came back negative too. So
praise the Most High. Praise the Most High. See, y'all beating generational curses right now. That's what this thing is about. The devil, we know you out there trying to war against us, but like they say, we Jake's baby kids. I'm just joking. We don't die. Right? So yeah, no, but all jokes aside, man, we, are breaking curses when we're doing whatever we need to do. Christ said, heal the blind, heal the sick. You know what I mean? We're the walking dead, and we have to start to be lights to wake the rest of our people up, like I said, in darkness. And what you guys are doing is very beautiful. I wanted to bring you on the show today because, once again, it's not about, how you start. It's about how you finish. And what is it going to take to finish? To endure to the end. You guys are doing it together, which is even more better, because two can't walk together unless they agree. You guys would just stagnate each other if you didn't work together or provoke one another unto good work. So that's all I have for you guys today. As far as this interview, I really appreciate you guys coming on. Is there anything you want to put out there for the people before we continue the show?
All right. Best thing I can say, everybody know what time it is we in. we know it's about to get worse. So pretty much we don't have time to be stagnant. We got to better ourselves in every way possible. That's definitely, like, without question. If not, you know it come with being stagnant.
Okay, okay. My sister Brandon.
Just keep enduring and keep enduring.
All right, all right. She's shy. She like, yeah, just keep on and doing. Well, listen, guys, Brother Shamasha Wan with his beautiful wife, Sister Brandy. You know, we appreciate you guys for coming on today, and we're gonna be keeping you in our prayers. We're gonna want to hear some updates in the future, right? Maybe we'll bring you guys back on in the near future to see where you're at, how you're doing, okay? Because we want to continue to see continual progress. All right. So I bless you all, and once again, I appreciate you for coming on the G.O.C.C. Media, the Truth Preparation, and peace and blessings to you and your family.
Shalom.
All right, all right. Shalom. Let me see how we do this here. One moment, y'all. One moment. Recording, I guess.
You still on the thing.
Stop recording.